What's up, guys? Scott Lett here, owner of Pro Exterior Cleaning here in Tulsa. So this video, I want to talk about chemicals. I've gotten a good bit of messages on Instagram and Facebook about what chemicals I use. And for you guys who've been in the business for a long time, even the guys probably just getting started, you probably know that sodium hypochlorite is the go-to chemical for pretty much just basic cleaning, driveways, home siding, decks, but there are certain situations where you may have to use something stronger, something different, and that's kind of what I want to talk about today. So yeah, I mean, 95% of the time I would say that I'm using sodium hypochlorite, and I use Dawn dish soap as my surfactant, and depending on what I'm cleaning, my ratios are different. So, and everyone's ratios are pretty much different. That's all about your preference. And let me go back for a second. I probably power washed for a year and a half before I started using chemicals, because I was just always afraid that I was gonna kill a plant or damage a siding or just do something. I just thought that chemicals would do more harm than good. But when I finally started using chemicals, I realized how much better my jobs looked. So just don't be scared to go out there and try to use chemicals. Just be aware that you need to water down people's plants, and just before and after the job, just be cautious of your surroundings and just water things down as you go. But anyways, yeah, sodium hypochlorite, I use this stuff called Pool Essentials from Lowe's, and I mix it with Dawn dish soap, and it's worked great ever since I've been using it. So but there are different concentrates out there. You can buy SH for 12% at 12% in a 55-gallon drum online. I've seen that. Home Depot and Lowe's, in their pool section, they have pool cleaner, and most of the pool cleaner has 10% SH in it, and that's what I use. And it's always worked good for me. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. But the ratios, when I talk about, for rust, I use this stuff called F9 Bark. It's really strong. I would highly recommend. If you've never used it before, make sure you wear a mask, glasses, gloves, long sleeves. You just don't want to get that stuff on you. It's really strong, but it works. It works really well. I usually apply it with a backpack sprayer or a pump sprayer, just because I really don't know what all is in it, and I know it's strong, and I just don't want it near my pressure washer or my pumps. So I use my backpack sprayer to apply it, and you can dilute it. It's pretty strong, just to save you from using all of it. It's really strong stuff. So, but anyways, F9 Bark, the company who makes it, has their own website and YouTube channel. To learn more about that, just go to their information, and they can tell you way more than I can. I don't know a whole lot about it. I just know it works. So I use that for rust, for oil stains, grease stains, and driveways, which most driveways have those kind of stains, and I don't really use that as an upsell. I use this stuff here. Let me grab this. This is one of the few things from Home Depot that actually works pretty well. I mix this with my SH and my Dawn dish soap for my pre-treatment of concrete cleaning. It's called Formula 88. And I use that as an indirect application, meaning I just throw it in my pre-treatment batch. Now, for my direct treatment, something that I just pour directly on a stain to go along with that, is this stuff called Oil Eater. There's a sales rep in my neighborhood who actually did a job for, and he sent me a free sample of it, and man, it works awesome. So I've been using it. And it's given me great results. So yeah, Oil Eater is the name of that. Back to the upsell. When it comes to rust, I don't feel like people really consider that in their cleaning of their driveways or concrete. They just kind of see it as something that's not going to come up. So I usually upsell that, and because they probably have cleaned their driveway before by someone else or try to do it themselves, and they just know rust, it's just really hard to get up. So I usually say, hey, I have this chemical, I have the ability to get that rust stain up. It's gonna be an additional $20, and they usually are like, man, that's awesome, and they'll say yes. So use your rust treatment as an upsell, and I mean, the worst they can say is no, right? So F9 bark for rust, oil eater for the oil grease stains in driveways, which are common. I wouldn't really upsell that. That's just kind of part of the cleaning. And then for any spray paint or just paint stains, this stuff called elephant snot. I know it sounds funny, but you literally open up the jar and it looks like a jar of snot, but it works so well. Again, I don't know what all is in it or how it works. I just know that you get a paintbrush and you paint it over the stains, let it sit there for about 15-20 minutes, and let it dwell for about 20 minutes, and then wash it off with your pressure washer. And that stuff works awesome. And if you have a hot water pressure washer, it even does even better. So but yeah, guys, if you want to reach that next level in your business and pressure washing, learn how to use those chemicals. Trial and error is how I learned. A lot of YouTube videos, guys who've been in the business for a long time, they use chemicals. And it's a good way to build a book of business. If you're able to get those tough stains up that someone else couldn't, you just now gain probably a forever customer. So you have to spend a little money to make a little money. These chemicals are expensive. They work. I think the F9 bark is around $46. Elephant snot, depending on if you get I think I got a gallon of it, and it was like $50 or $60. The pool cleaner, I think, is like $3.50 a gallon with the 10% SH. The oil eater was free from the rep, but I want to say it's like $25-$30 per gallon. But you're able to get up everything. So if you can go to a house and you have a soft wash and there's rust, you clean the driveway and there's rust and there's oil, and they come out and you have all those things cleaned up, and you're just going to have a forever customer, because there's not a lot of guys out there who are willing to spend the money to do that, or they just don't know how. I used to be one of those guys. I didn't want to spend the money and I didn't know how. But the more you do this and the more you want to grow, knowing how to use chemicals, when and how, and just knowing which ones to use, it'll take you to a whole nother level. So but anyways, comment below, ask any questions. Just know this takes time. It's hard. I know it's hard to start off and go and spend a lot of money on chemicals. You just want to start making money. But just know, if you don't know how to get up a stain, just let the customer know before you do the job. Just say, hey, I'm new to this. I'm good at the pressure washing part, but those tough stains, I just don't know how to get up. And a lot of times they don't care. But just be honest with them, because you don't want to, get a job, and in their mind they're thinking, okay, he's going to be able to get all these stains up. They come out and they're dissatisfied. You don't want that. So, and I used to just tell people, hey, I don't know how to get rust up, but a lot of times they didn't care because they know how tough it is. But now I do, and I upsell it. Anyways, Scott Lett, Pro Exterior Cleaning. Have a blessed day, guys.